to call it, somebody just called me, I have to call them back. Sorry about that. So then I ask myself, like, okay, it's one thing to get something, it's one thing to attract somebody, it's one thing to be back in communication with your twin, but then how do you maintain that? How do you keep that going? Is what's scary, because the looming thought of separation once again is like off in the distance, right? For those twins who are in union, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you get that moment after so long, or whatever, you know, after all those painful nights and insomnia and sleepless nights and all this crap, and then you get scared, like, oh my God, like, what if we get to that point and then we go right back to normal? You know, the ghosting, the somebody's ghosting, or, you know, not texting on time, or not calling, or the demands, the pressure, you know, this person wanting this, you wanting this from this person, you know, having a compromise. You know, it's a very scary feeling. Like, you know, I'm not even gonna lie, like, what was it, like 2 days ago, I was almost saying to myself, like, oh my God, I may miss separation. And that sounds kind of scary, but that sounds kind of stupid. I'm like, I was saying to myself, like, oh my God, I may actually miss separation, because at least in separation, I was safe. You know, when you're in separation, you're safe. You're safe from having to expose how you feel. You're safe from having to have these tough conversations. And then as soon as you're out of separation, you know, you have to face the elephant in the room. And I'm like, crap, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able to shy away at all. You know, especially if you meet in person, you know, you're in, I mean, shit, you can't hide then, can you? So I was like, and that's crazy to say, because I've been in separation for a good amount of time now, according to what I'm used to. I feel like it's been forever. So in my head, I'm like, dang, I may miss this, because I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable and not having to have certain conversations. And let me tell you all, I'll tell you all right now, you know, my lovely subscribers, I'm gonna tell you all right now, like, I'm gonna tell you all this right now. Like, when I get back in union with my twin, I'll be asking him about stuff like this, like the arousal and like the telepathic, all that shit. Like, I'm coming full-fledged. Like, so I hope he's ready, because if he's gonna want to come back towards me and we're gonna have to hash out some things, let me tell you right now, like, I will be addressing stuff like this, because like, this doesn't make any sense. The I can't even put it into English. The energy that I felt was insane. Like, the sexual energy that I was being sent was insane. And I know it's him, because I'm not talking to anybody else. And other men that have done that, try to do that, it's not even, doesn't even compare, not even close. And like I said, my twin has a certain energy signature, so I know that it's him. And so what I'm saying is, it's like things like that, like random times of the day, like dreams, I'm gonna ask him, because I'm like, I need to know if it's just me. Like, is it just me, or like, were you purposely doing that? Like, what's the game here? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, you know. And I felt like that today, you know, like around 4 o'clock, finally got some time to kind of take a chill pill, you know, get a little drink. And I was thinking to myself, like, I just want to know what he's doing, what is going on, because I have not felt like this in such a long time. From my like, in a long time. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because I've been meditating or what, I don't know. But it's like, I get chills. It's just intense. It's very intense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not very emotional. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can show emotion. I can exhibit emotion. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with it. But if I had my way, would I be emotional? No. I don't like it, you know. And even though I am feminine, I am the more feminine energy, I don't like showing emotion. I don't like tapping into that. It makes me feel gross. But my twin is the exact opposite. He has no problem, you know, taking it there. And before, when he would do that, I would be like, what the hell? Because I'm not used to that kind of depth. I'm not used to like being like that and just saying I love you. Like, I'm not used to that. So for me, it's like, I kind of like shut down. I kind of get in this energy of like, ew, like, why are you so dramatic? And it's not like he's being dramatic, but like, I do that with everybody. Like, everybody in my life that's been like that with me, I get like that. Because it's just like, what do you want from me? You know, do you want me to like get on my knees and cry with you, like, and give you a kiss on the forehead? Like, what do you want? You know, it's that kind of vibe. Like, you're trying to evoke something out of me that I don't even have. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know, you all, but I want to know if you other twins have what telepathic sensations or experiences have you all experienced? Have you experienced like certain things with your twin, like in separation? Like, let me know, like, for real, let me know, you know, in the comment section, because with the Lionsgate portal approaching and like all this energetic shift, like, I've been feeling the connection with my twin so strongly that I'm like, wow, like, I was a little bit caught off guard because I've not felt like this in a while. And I'm like, what? And then the synchronicities and like the downloads are so on point, to the point where I can't ignore it if I tried. It's so intense to the point, you all, where I can't even ignore it if I try. And I'm trying very hard. And it's just everywhere. Like, it's just, it pops. It's everywhere. And I can't even escape it. I can't even escape it. So, no pressure on my end, but I'm just saying, like, for the record, like, if I do get out of separation, I will let you all know. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'll let you all know if that shit really does happen at some point this year, because I feel like it should. But I mean, if I'm pressing back on it, it might not. You know, if I'm too scared, it may not. But if I'm letting it happen, then maybe it will. And then I don't know what... I mean, I don't have any expectation. Like, I've learned to not have expectation. Like, even with my graduation ceremony coming up, I'm like, I'm trying so hard to not have expectations, because I know for a fact that when you have your expectations so high, all you're going to do is let yourself be disappointed if it's not what you want. So I've learned that on my own spiritual path, my own spiritual evolution. Like, I've learned for myself and how my personality to not have my expectations so high. So now when something really beautiful happens to me, I just let it happen. I'm not like trying to overanalyze and have everything perfect, because I can get like that. You know, I can get really paranoid like that. So I have to kind of train myself to say, listen, whatever is going to be is going to be. Enjoy it for what it is. Take it for what it is. You know, don't try to stress it. Don't try to add any resistance to it, because if you do, you're not going to like it. And that's what it's been, you all. That's literally how it's been. It's just me not trying to force the issue. But the fact that the other night, it was just like, I don't know if anyone's felt this, but it felt like his energy was wrapping me, like swaddling me. I could feel it everywhere. And it was so loving. It was so intense that I know it was him, because I'm like, who in the fuck would do that? Like, who else knows how to do that but him? So yeah, you know, I almost wanted to text him, but then I'm like, no, like, I don't want to be like how I was before, because I've realized what I did before. Like, in that dialogue we had yesterday night, I was able to identify like where I went wrong. And he wasn't trying to make me feel bad, but there was things that within myself I was trying to figure out. And when it arose in my mind, I was like, oh my God, like I did fuck up there. You know, I did mess things up there. And it wasn't intentional, but it was just like, with this kind of connection, everything is coming at you 100 miles per hour. And sometimes it's hard to follow through. You know, sometimes it's hard to keep up with all the emotions, all the things that are coming at you. And you're just trying to like hold on for dear life, you know, and you get scared. You know, me and my twin have been scared many times. He's told me that he was scared. And I don't think I told him that, but he's told me that many times. So, you know, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm scared. I feel like I'm in the hot seat. I feel like I'm the one, you know, with the flashlight on me looking, you know, and I feel like, oh my God, I'm seen. I'm naked. Like, someone can see me. Like, that's kind of how I feel. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, if this really goes down, or if this energetic exchange keeps happening, It's just a matter of time. I mean, I know how we are, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying telepathic sex, but hey, y'all could put two and two together, okay? And that shit's legit. I was looking at forums of that, and that's very real, okay? That is very real, extremely real, and that's happened to me more than 20 times. I mean, easily. I mean, it's not even difficult. If it's with your twin, that's not hard to do. I mean, at all. It's really not. And you can manifest your twin through that as well. I think everybody knows that though by now. But you could definitely manifest your twin through physical pleasure or visualization or a lot of shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like an outer body experience. It really is. It's almost like when you are with your twin, you know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of energy that you feel. So that kind of shocked me as well, because I'm like, I don't recall this happening. I don't know how this happened, but it's like I've got right back in, and I'm trying to get myself out, but the energy is so strong that I can't. So there must be a reason. There must be a reason why I'm feeling this way. So I gotta get another drink. Where I live, you all, is really hot. Like, it's been blazing hot all day. I'm so exhausted. But I was actually gonna go over there to that restaurant. I don't know if I'm gonna go in the store or not. I don't know. I got the blinds I wanted. I got the jewelry I wanted. But yeah, you all, I know a lot of twins have been experiencing a lot of shifts, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of things coming to the surface, a lot of emotion coming to the surface. And I think I want to say to us all at this time, it's just important to breathe. If you're a fellow twin flame like me, just breathe. Like that's when we were having that telepathic dialogue yesterday night. All I could do, I could feel my body was just like, I was just breathing. I just had to breathe through it, because it was just, I mean, like I said, I don't know how to really handle the energy. It's very intense. So there was many times where I just, all I could do was just breathe. The epiphany would come, the realization would be downloaded. And sometimes all I could do was just kind of just lay there and be like, and just breathe, because it's just so intense. It's the best way I can put it. Like, one word, what does twin flame connection equal? Intensity. Period. Like, it's very intense. With a soulmate, it is not like that at all. And I've been with a soulmate before. With a soulmate, it is like butter, like a knife through butter. But with your twin, you feel like you're on fire. Sometimes your body literally feels like it's on fire. And I can recall many times when me and my twin were together before, where he would walk by me, and I could feel like the heat. And I'm not even being dramatic. Like, that's how it feels. Like, it's ridiculous. It's electric. And sometimes other people can feel it as well. That's why I was saying earlier that when I go out, I wonder if people could pick this energy up, because I could feel it in my aura. I could feel it. I could feel it right now. I could feel it all over my body. And sometimes I go out and I'm like, I wonder if people could pick this energy up, because they just draw it to me, and I'm like, oh shit, like, this is crazy. And I've seen other twins have this experience. I know it's legit. I've seen other twins have what I'm saying. I've seen it. So, and I have twin flame friends. Funny enough, I've actually met a couple twin flames, like, locally in my life, which is, interesting. And it's happened a lot to me, where I'll just make friends with somebody, and like a couple of them were actually twins. Not all of them, but like every so often, like they talk about stuff, and I'm like, wait, are you a twin flame? And like, oh yeah, I am. And I'm like, wait, you are? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, like, what do you know? This person I met at the gym, and I have this person I met at school is a twin flame. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, that's not by mistake. You see what I'm saying? And they share their experiences, and it's just like this, like the same thing. It's and it's so hard to not make yourself feel like you're crazy. If you really listen to yourself, like, it makes you feel like you're insane. And like I said, I'm a very logical, non-emotional person a lot of the times. So sometimes it's like I catch myself trying to decode what I'm going through. I'm trying to put a name on it. And I'm like, what is this? I don't know what do you want me to do with this? And other times I just kind of have to like, let it wash over me, let it just come and go, and just let it do its thing, but I it's scary. I know a lot of divine masculines talk about it being scary, but I mean, I'm scared too. You know what I'm saying? I get scared a lot, and I try not to feel like I'm crazy, because like I've said, I've never had this experience besides this connection. So a lot of times I wonder, you know, is he thinking about me when that happens? Like, what is going on, with his neck of the woods? Because if I'm experiencing that, what is he experiencing? And that's something that, one day, if we're able to share our own situation, if that's what the universe wants, I would love for my twin to describe that for other twins, because, when you're transparent, it brings a lot of light, it brings a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom to gain. You see what I'm saying? So if I was able to have my twin right here and explain to you all what he was doing when I received that, or when I sent it out and he received that, because I'll be clear, like, at first I was sending it out. That's the truth. At first I was the one sending that sexual energy, and I wasn't sure how well I was sending it. And then over time, as like the time, like a couple minutes like after, I felt like he received it. And then like 2 days after, like even right now, it's been constant. So I was just testing the waters to see, like putting a little drop in the water to see. I wonder if he's picking up what I'm sending him. I did it on purpose, because I wanted to know. I wanted to know if I wanted to see what would happen. You see what I'm saying? So at first it was me. And then after he, I guess, got the signal, he followed up, and it's just been him really sending it. And I've been the receiver. It's been like a switch. So it was, I was trying to test it and see, okay, I wonder if this is legit right now. I wonder if this is really what's going down, because it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's taking me all the way back to the beginning, which is unusual, because like I said, it's been a while. So y'all let me know if you feel comfortable. Let me know if you've been feeling like union is close, or if you feel like you and your twin are telepathically talking, or you feel like your twin is behind you. A lot of times you'll feel like your twin is walking behind you or beside you, or laying next to you or touching you. I mean, I get that all the time, almost every day. And it's not until today I was like, oh, 1 second, you all. It wasn't until today where I like literally had enough, and I'm like, bro, like this is happening. Like, I've identified the feeling, the vibration, and this is really happening. Like, it's really happening. And the last time that happened to me, he did message me, he did contact me. So I know how we operate. So I'm kind of like, oh my God, like, when is this gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's exciting to be out of separation, because it's been a while for me. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know what to expect. Like, so much has happened between that time, that space, that I'm like, I don't even know what I would say to him. I'm sure it will come natural, but I'm saying I don't know how to it's like, how do you upkeep that? You know what I'm saying? You get back in contact, you get out of that dark place, but then it's like, how do you keep that? Well, I would say not being crazy, not being too overbearing is what I would say. Because if you or your twin are being overbearing, after you get out of separation, it can really make somebody want to run away. And that did happen to me, where my twin was he was overbearing, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and I was getting irritable. I was getting irritated with him. So, you know, if you're like that with your twin, regardless of like what dynamic, what energy you mainly hold, just understand that if you are talking to your twin and you're being obnoxious and you're being overbearing and you're being like, you know, you're confessing your love in very dramatic ways, and your twin, like I said, like I'm not very emotional, so if that happens with me, I kind of shut down. And maybe it's the opposite with you. Maybe maybe you're like that with your twin, but you're the person confessing and all that, and it could scare the person. So, you know, little advice there, like if you are talking to your twin and you're like, you know, being extra and you're like just you're jumping down their throat and making them feel crazy, they're not gonna wanna stay. They're gonna wanna run again, because they're not gonna understand what's going on. And honestly, with all due respect, I can only pray that my twins learn from that, because many times he would do that with me. Many times he would be so passionate that, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's a beautiful thing, but sometimes he would be so ridiculously passionate that I have to like pause and be like, are you okay? Like, are you all right? Because like you're doing a lot right now, you know. And not to be rude to him, but it's just like everybody receives love and expresses love differently. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it may be in the small things, maybe in remembering something that you told me, or, you know, a gift, or, you know, your love language kind of ties in with that, but that's kind of corny, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But I'm just saying, some people, the way they express love is sending music and shouting from the rooftops and, you know, going crazy, and that's not my way of receiving love. My twin is like that, but that's not me. I'm very, you know, calm, cool, collected. So a lot of times my twin would be like that, and he would scare the fuck out of me. He would actually scare me, and I would try to like explain to him. Well, I didn't do a good job of explaining clearly, because we got in separation, but if I did explain it to him clearly, like my frustration with him, he would have known that what he was doing was scaring me, was making me feel some kind of way negatively. So yeah, I would just definitely say that you have to be aware of what your twin responds to. You know, if you're trying, like, for those who are in communication but it's like this communication static, what I would say is, like, if you are trying to lure or attract or make your twin fall, you know, madly in love with you, notice how they pick up your signals. You know, how do they respond to what you're giving them? If you're trying to make them respond, but what you're doing is not working, you got to switch it up, and switch it up quick, because you may lose them. And like, it may be a situation where things are getting so intense where the communication's getting lost in all the kissing or the touching or the you know, all the stuff going on, that it's hard to keep up and it gets kind of messy. So I think that every twin flame couple kind of has to figure out, how do you both communicate in a way where you both understand what the other person is wanting or needing from you, is what I would say. Because maybe the way they're expressing it, you're not you know, the other person cannot understand, and it causes this friction, it causes this confusion and anger, and quite frankly exhaustion, you know. And many times, you know, my twin had that situation where it would cause me to be kind of overwhelmed, and I don't want to feel that way again. You know, if we were to really try to make it work, I would not want to feel like he's, you know, jumping down my throat. You know what I'm saying? I would want to feel like it's just easy and calm, and we're not getting ahead of ourselves, and we're just taking it day by day. You know, everybody's different. You know, some people, they love that extra, you know, ooh, and you know, other people, it's a tough pill to swallow, because maybe they're not used to that. They're not used to that. So you kind of have to understand that maybe down the line, you know, they will understand. You know, maybe at some point, you know, they'll catch on, but in the beginning stages, or, you know, after separation, you kind of have to pick up, okay, what are they responding to? What are they not responding to? And not get too caught up in what you're trying to say to the point where it's overbearing is what I'm saying, and it's overwhelming. And your twin will run. At that point, that's the easiest way for your twin to run away, is if you're putting a heavy load and a lot of energy on them to the point where it's drowning them. Okay, so if you're doing that with your twin, just acknowledge that it doesn't help them communicate with you. It doesn't help them feel more comfortable. What you have to do is make your twin feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They have to feel warm and comfortable around you. They don't want to feel scared or pissed off or angry. That's not what you're looking for. What you're looking for with your twin is to feel at ease and safe. You want to feel safe to tell your twin anything you want. Ask anything you want, because you're supposed to be able to do that. So thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go ahead across the street. I have a lot to do right now, even though it's almost 10 o'clock at night. Can you imagine, you all? I have to go home and I have to do some laundry, put up my curtains. I wanted to put up new curtains for the longest while now. And take a nice hot shower, get my plans in order for the rest of the week. Whoo! But yes, you all, that's what I've been going through. And I know other twins out here have been going through the exact same thing, because I've been seeing it in the comments, I've been seeing it on my channel, I've been seeing it in forums and all the rest. So y'all can't act like this is not happening, because I know it is. So yeah, that's what I would say. For sure, you want your twin to feel safe with you. You don't want your twin to feel like you're drowning them in anything in particular. Not sorrow, not sadness, not overbearing energy. You don't want your twin to feel like you're trying to rush or drown them in. Just because you've been in separation doesn't mean that your twin does not know how you feel. You see what I'm saying? Your twin knows how you feel, so don't feel like your twin doesn't know. But there is a time and a place. There is a limit. There's a limit to certain things, certain things. So I hope this video helped you all confirm your own feelings. Let me know, guys, in the comment section. If you have any twin flame questions about your own connection, let me know. I could probably try to help answer them for you. And I'll see you in the next video, y'all. Bye.